Daily Diet with Father Pascal.
Almost unheard of in the clash of ideas and the noisy crowd, the ring of the widow's small coins became an eloquent example of truth and charity. One could but notice the total silence and attention those 2 copper coins made the moment she dropped them in the treasury box. Though her gift was by far the smallest in monetary value, but it was the greatest in sacrifice. She dropped her earnings, she dropped her hope, she dropped her livelihood, she dropped her security, she dropped her means of survival. In the readings of today, we encountered 2 widows. First was the widow at Zarephath who encountered the prophet Elijah and she ministered to him despite her dying state and her hopelessness. Secondly, we encounter a widow in the gospel reading who dropped 2 pieces of copper coin for the development of the temple. So what poverty can there be that can restrict an act of charity, when we have seen from both readings the heart of generosity and the will of charity exhibited by these 2 poor widows? This implies that everyone and anyone can carry out acts of charity, whether poor or rich. We must note that it was not their poverty that made their gift so significant to Jesus or to Elijah, but their profound faith and self-sacrifice, for they gave not from excess, but from necessity. And those 2 almost worthless coins represented her last shred of security and her fragile earthly thread of hope for the future. In the final analysis, we are encouraged to approach charity with humility and sincerity, regardless of our financial state. We are inspired to give in ways that reflect trust in God's provision and to value the spirit of generosity over quantity. Such acts of selfless giving reveal a faith that places God's will and the well-being of others above personal security and want. When all is said and done after our sojourn here on earth, we all will be judged on account of love. Am I loving to my neighbor? Am I charitable to those in need? Am I sensitive to the needs of others?
Diet, nourished by His words daily.
Nourished by His words daily.